everyone. Today we're going to talk about the elements and the qualities in astrology. Elements refer to the vital forces that make up creation. So the four elements can be thought of as the ultimate energizing factors. They have to do with energy patterns, energy flow, energy transmutation, life's essential dynamic forces. They refer to specific types of consciousness and perception. So in astrology, fire and air are thought of as active and self-expressive, while water and earth are passive, receptive, and self-repressive. So we know the four elements are air, earth, water, and fire, and we're going to talk about all of those. But first, I want to introduce the three qualities. So you can think of the three qualities when you think of the season. So with each season, the first month is a cardinal sign. So beginning of spring is the sign of Aries, the beginning of summer is the sign of Cancer, the beginning of fall is the sign of Libra, and the beginning of winter is Capricorn. All of those are cardinal signs. They're initiating energy. They represent these qualities speak to the energy flows and cycles of nature. So initiating energy is starting something new. Then we move to fixed and then mutable. So fixed is a stabilizing energy. It's an energy that tends to be good at follow through, bringing a stabilizing force to something. So the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So within each element, we have a cardinal sign, a fixed sign, and a mutable sign. The mutable sign, which, for spring, it's Gemini. For summer, it's Virgo. For fall, it's Sagittarius. And for winter, it's Pisces. These are signs that are all mutable, meaning they're more adaptable and they bring an energy of transmuting. They bring an energy of adapting from one state into another. We'll go through each element and talk about the cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs of each element. So I'll start with air. Air is associated with breath, with energy that's actualized into ideas and thought patterns. It's mental activity, intellectual activity, connection, communication. Again, it's a expressive sign. So it's outward oriented. Air moves upward. So if you watch patterns of, smoke, air moves in an upward pattern. So it's enlivening, it's circulating. Air allows us to see from a detached perspective, to detach from our physical, emotional, energetic passions, and our attachments, and to be able to see things from an objective perspective. So air represents the ability to take perspective, change perspective, and it's associated with the rational mind. On the shadow side, air signs can be impractical, or overly idealistic. It can sometimes be an insensitive energy, unless that's mediated in your birth chart with more water or a strong moon or Neptune influence. Air signs can be abstract, and if you have an imbalance of air in your chart, too much air, there can be a lack of motivation and circulation and ability can be so abstract that it can be difficult to come down to earth, make things happen, to connect with one's own emotions and passions. So for the air signs, we have Gemini is the first air sign in the zodiac, and it is mutable. So it's the sign that's moving from fixed earth, Taurus, into cardinal water, which is Cancer. And Gemini is represented by the twins because it's this ability to take two different perspectives. Gemini is adaptable air. So Gemini is the quality of a bumblebee jumping around and pollinating, taking ideas from here and communicating them over here, making connections. Gemini tends to have a very curious and scattered attention. So moving from one thing to the next very, very quickly. Geminis can be incredibly witty and very good with words, communication, can talk to anyone. Gemini brings such circulation to any sort of social gathering because it's this energy that's so connective, and is adaptable. So Geminis can adapt to their environment very easily, and are very quick to take on new perspectives, to change their mind, to learn new ideas, and is constantly moving. So that's that mutable air. For fixed air, we have Aquarius. And Aquarius is moving from cardinal earth, which is Capricorn, into mutable water, which is Pisces. And so Aquarius is fixed air. It is like rather than Gemini, which could change its mind and see from all these different perspectives, Aquarius has that detached, objective ability to take the big picture, but it's more of a fixed air. So it's really fixed signs tend to be more stubborn. They tend to bring a really, again, a solidifying. So Aquarians are really good at having this stable perspective. They're really good at finding an objective, rational way of looking at things. Cardinal air is Libra. So Libra initiates the fall season. So it's an initiating energy, and it's initiating connection. It's initiating balance. It's the force of the universe that is moving towards relational balance, connection, harmony. And so Libras can be very good at initiating connection, initiating relationship, initiating thought, initiating communication. Next, we'll do fire. So fire, if you think of the three air signs as cardinal fire is Aries, fixed fire is Leo, and mutable fire is Sagittarius. So if you think of a fire, Aries is the kindling, it's cardinal energy, it's initiating. Aries is very, very much the leader. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's the energy with which that it takes to move from a seedling through the ground and to sprout. Aries tend to be fearless leaders, and they're very direct. And so Aries is that kindling, the first sparks of a fire, and the firecracker. So it's quick, and then it's quick and direct and burns out quickly. Leo is fixed fire. So it's that warmth of the hearth. It's that blazing solid fire that people want to gather around because it's this warm and self-radiating. And Leo is like the storyteller, the leader, the courageous, regal, natural leader. And then Sagittarius is mutable fire. So that would be those last embers, the fire of that's deep in the log, that kind of mutable, that moves around, right? So mutable fire is Sagittarius. Sagittarians are adaptable. Water is about feelings, emotions. It's about soul instincts, nuance, subtlety. It's the realm of the intuitive, the psychic realm. Water signs tend to be very empathic, intuitive, fluid, vulnerable, sensitive. Shadows are sometimes being overly sensitive, impressionable, unrealistic, or extreme. And so cardinal water is Cancer. So the sign of Cancer is about initiating water. So you can kind of think of it as a spring, like a water spring coming from the ground. And then we have fixed water, which is Scorpio, which is the depths. Scorpios are the deep divers into the depths of the bottoms of the ocean. And then Pisces is mutable water. It's kind of misty. It's ethereal water. It's vague and kind of water droplets spread out and has a very ethereal sensibility about it. So with cardinal water, with Cancer energy, it's initiating care. Cancers are initiating emotional expressions of care and sensitivity, home, family, initiating towards survival. And fixed water, Scorpio, is again, the fixed signs tend to be good at follow through and they're stubborn. They tend to strengthen. So Scorpios have this ability to strengthen and amplify, strengthen, fortify emotions, emotional energy. And then Pisces is mutable. It's changeable. Pisces is the emotional healer. And so it's all about transformation and change. Then we have Earth. And for Earth, we have cardinal Earth is Capricorn. So initiating energy, but in the material realm. So Capricorns are really good at initiating structures, organizations. They have the long-term vision, the mountaintop, and then they know how to get there because they're very strategic and ambitious and practical. And then fixed Earth is Taurus. Taurus is like Mama Earth, solid ground, wants to root in, very resistant to change. But Taurus energy is very determined. They are the ones who are still carrying through when everyone else has left. And so that's fixed Earth. Mutable Earth is Virgo. Virgo, I think of as like the sand. It's Earth, but it's like the tiniest particle. Virgos are mutable like sand. It's constantly like shifting. And so Virgos are attuned to the Earth realm, but they are mutable Earth. So making tiny little adjustments. They are the healers, the body healers. They know how to diagnose what is off, what is not in alignment, and to be able to discern on that very detailed level what is out of place, what needs to be changed in order for healing.